sống bao lâu, ai ai cũng mến thương nhau, những con người bao đời, vui buồn cùng sát chia nhau.
All right, we're getting into new territory. Now, rule number two. Rule number two. Learn basic Vietnamese. Okay, and let's face it, you don't need to know the entire language. That's ideal. If you're fluent in Vietnamese, great. This is going to be the more the better, no doubt about it. But I can tell you right now, after having been to over 1,000 parties and 1,000 interactions, meeting over 1,000 people in dozens of different cities, I can tell you these are the low-hanging fruit, the absolute minimum words that you need in order to have a good time. Okay, if you know these top 10 words, or top 10 phrases, let's say, you're gonna be sitting great. You're gonna be sitting great. Now, I do get a fair number of people who are like, hey, can you get by with zero? I mean, I don't know Vietnamese, but I've had some fun with some people, so can you just do that? Sure, probably, but I got a better question for you. Right, simple, answer this. Are you an idiot? Are you an absolute idiot, incapable of learning anything? Or are you a champion? Are you an idiot or a champion? You gotta answer that question, you know, before we go any further. Because really, that can you get by with zero is completely irrelevant, I'm telling you, my friends. Should you? No. I mean, let's face it, you flew all the way to Vietnam to hang out in Vietnam to party with Vietnamese people, and yes, they all speak Vietnamese. Come on, is it worth 10 minutes? Is it worth an hour of your time to learn some basic Vietnamese to move forward? Yeah, you're gonna have like 3 orders of magnitude more fun by just knowing a couple basic words. So anyway, I could spend hours on this one topic. I'm very passionate about the language, of course, but I'm really trying to condense it down to the absolute minimum that you need. Now, on my website, I've got a more complete list and with more detail and so forth, and further links if you want to study these on other videos and that kind of thing. But anyway, let's get started. I did want to first point out when it comes to Vietnamese, it is a lot simpler than you think. It's a really heavily simplified, caveman simple kind of language. You don't have to inflect any of the verbs. Oftentimes the verb and the noun is the same word. You can take these simple words that I show you and string them right together and it makes perfect sense. It's not like Turkish here, okay? So anyway, let's get started. The first word that you need is uống. And that word just means to drink. It's the verb to drink, and it's the noun, a drink, uống. Now, I was gonna say, yeah, it's got the little circumflex over the O. That just means the O is pronounced like O. Go figure. Uống. And it's got the little shock tone going up, so it's uống. And so, yeah, people will, whenever you sit down, of course, people are going to say, uống. Yeah, and even if you don't understand the rest of the Vietnamese words they add in this entire sentence, like, chào bạn, dạ bạn muốn đến ở đây, bạn có muốn uống không? Uống. You got the important word. That's really all they're asking. Do you want to drink? And, so anyway, the second word that you need is an. Now that has the inverted circumflex over the A. They also call it a wedge or a charon if you want to get real nerdy about it. All that means it's pronounced like as in father, an, and that means eat. I'm telling you right now, the two most common things you're going to hear from anybody, any party, anytime, whether it's on the street or in somebody's house, is going to be an, uống. You're going to hear that hundreds of times an hour. Like every minute, people are going to say uống, an. And again, if you just know those two words, the surrounding Vietnamese, you know, you can be a little soft on. But if you get that one word, you're sitting great. You're sitting great. Thirdly, you got to know how to say cheers in Vietnamese. And they, unlike a lot of other languages, cultures, and places, they basically only have one way to say cheers. One way. It's really simple. It is 1, 2, 3, cheers. Pretty simple. Now, the numbers 1, 2, 3, you better know those anyway, because let's face it, they come up all the time. But real quick, it is một, hai, ba, yo. Một, hai, ba, yo. And again, the yo, it is spelled with like a D-Z-O. And the reason for that is really simple. The D, it doesn't have a slash through it. It's just a regular D. In the north, that is pronounced like z, zo, zo, zo. So in Hanoi, Sapa, and in the north, you're going to hear một hai ba zo. Now, when you talk about the Midland, let's say Hue City or go south, that is a soft D, so it's going to be pronounced more like a Y. So it'll be một hai ba yo. North, một hai ba zo. Một hai ba yo. Same thing, right? We're all having fun. If you slip and accidentally say zo in the south or yo in the north, nobody's going to get confused. Now, I did want to point out that do not just do this half-assed here. Một hai ba yo. No. The idea is everybody says it in unison and you all say it together. So maybe you'll say the first two numbers slowly. Một hai ba yo. You know, with everybody, again, in unison. You get the idea. But again, don't do it half-assed. I guess my biggest suggestion. Next, there's the word het. And likewise, het has the little circumflex over the E. That just means it's het. And the uptone, het. Now that means like empty. It also means to run out. And it also means all of. It's kind of hard to translate back in English. But as an example, uống het. That means drink all of your glass until it's empty. Ăn hết. That means eat all the food until it's gone. You know, something like that. Or eat all the food, you know, somewhere along those lines. So you will hear this, the word het, a lot. We ran out of beer. Het beer. Or you could maybe be het. Or the an het. Or tien het. Or het tien. We ran out of money. You know, something like that. There's all kinds of uses for this word. And it comes up over and over and over and over again, much more than it does in English. Now, moving forward, I mean, let's go with hello. I mean, these all might sound like real obvious ones that you can see in a lot of other videos, which is true because they're mission critical. Hello is ciao. Like sin ciao. Kind of like in Italian, and for that matter in colloquial Spanish, you know, they also say ciao. Now, you see it two ways. Ciao and sin ciao. The only difference between those two is that sin ahead of time it just makes things more polite. That's all it really is. The meaning is basically the same, but it might be the difference between, you know, hi versus good day to you, good sir. Or something like that. You know, if we were to, again, translate it back in English. You can add sin to the beginning of pretty much anything and makes it sound more polite automatically. In contrast, by the way, Japanese, they have entirely different verb forms and words that you use in order to make things more polite. Vietnamese, one word. Put sin in the beginning of it, you're good to go. Xin chào. And next, you got to know, there's another special word that they use a lot here. It is mời. Now, this word, it kind of means invite in kind of a broad sense. But actually, it's deeper than that and it is more colorful than that. Well, first of all, mời, you're going to notice that it's M-O and the O has a little hook on it. All that means is you stick your chin out when you say it. So instead of sin moi, you say sin mời. There you go. And it's got a down tone to it, so it's sin mời. Again, remember the chin out. It does mean invite, but it also means like, hey, I would like to invite you out to dinner or something simple like that. Tôi muốn mời bạn đi cà phê. I want to invite you to have some coffee. But it can also mean like, hey, you show up at somebody's house and they want to invite you into their home. Like, please enter, please come in. They will say, xin mời, please come on in. If you're about to sit down at a table with somebody, they'll say, xin mời. Something like that. Right, if all the drinks are sitting on the table, of course, they're going to pull it out again. They're going to say, xin mời. May I please invite you to drink with us? You know, something like that. Or like, uống, xin mời, ăn. You know, oh, please, we want to delightfully invite you to eat. Something like that. Again, it's caveman simple. If you're all sitting there with your glasses, and one guy wants to drink and doesn't want to drink alone, he will invite everybody to say cheers. So he will likely say, xin mời. Uống hết, uống hết. Let's drink all of it. So, next, thank you. Now, thank you. If you're an impolite and rude person, this word won't come up very often. But if you are polite, indeed, this is mission critical. It is cảm ơn. You'll notice the A has the over it, so it's just cam. It sounds like G-A-M, gam, or cam, same thing. And it's got the hook on the O, cảm ơn. Or you could say xin cảm ơn. But say that with everybody all the time. Xin mời, come over here. Cảm ơn. Every time you take a sip, cảm ơn. Someone offers you a beer, cảm ơn. You say goodbye, cảm ơn. Yeah. Be like a fat kid making Kool-Aid. Just pour more and more sugar, on it. And, cảm ơn is just sugar. Love it. So, next, you got to know tôi tên. Tôi means I, of course. Tôi, and it's pronounced like English T-O-Y. The O has a little circumflex over it, so tôi. Tôi tên, and 10 is pronounced exactly like the number 10 in English. Tôi tên. My name is. Tôi tên Bao. So when you meet a bunch of people, they're going to say, xin mời, chào bạn. And you could say, chào, xin chào. Tôi tên Bao, or tôi tên Jason, tôi tên Jim, whatever the case is. That's a really great way to start things off. Truly is. Next, bạn, B-A-N, bạn. That means, it does mean friend, but it also means you. Kind of like in Spanish how they say like, adios amigo, or buenos dias amigo. It means friend, but it also kind of means you, something like that. So you could actually say, gaman bạn, or chào bạn, or bạn, xin mời bạn, uống hết, something like that. To ask what is your name, bạn tên gì, easy, just string them all right together. Bạn. Finally, you need the word to go, which is really easy in Vietnamese. No tones or anything. D, and the D has a little slash through it. That means it's a hard D. It's like D as opposed to Z or Y. D, exactly like you think. But they use it a lot. For example, like đi uống, I'm going to go drink. Đi ăn hết. Tôi đi, I go now. Something like that. If somebody wants to tell you to go away, they're going to say, đi. No big mystery here. It's pretty handy to know. If you don't know what that means in Vietnamese, you're going to be really confused as they get angry. Đi. God forbid. But anyway, it's also how they can make commands like uống đi. Hey, I want you to go drink now. Ăn đi, something like that. Either way, it's a really handy word. Now, there's just a couple of 3 bonus ones here for you if you'd like. Number 1 is the word for fun. That comes up a lot. It's very easy. V-U-I, vui. Optionally, vui vẻ, but vui, just keep it simple, is nice and straightforward and understood. So you could say like, tôi vui. I am having fun right now. Tôi vui. Or I could say Vietnam vui. Vietnam is a fun place to be. You could also use it like a verb. Tôi đang vui. I am having fun or having fun. Something along those lines. So vui is a really nice word. You could say bạn vui. You are a fun person. Uống bia vui. Drinking beer is fun. Something like that. Next, tôi yêu Vietnam. Yêu means to love. Tôi yêu. This is really handy. Tôi yêu Huế. Tôi yêu em. I love you. Tôi yêu bạn. You could say that. I love you, my friend. But yêu, it's a really easy word. Pull it out as much as you can. If you say tôi yêu Vietnam, right off the bat, you're instant friends with tons of people. That'll work. It really will. You are not, talking about the victory of the air war of Europe or Aristotle's philosophy here. I'm telling you, my friends, you need just a few keywords and you're going to be doing great. Finally, the last bonus word I wanted to tell you is happy, glad, or content, or merry, such as Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. I am doing happy right now. It's been a content morning. Hand fuck. That's my favorite one. I really let that one fly every chance I can. Hand fuck, and fuck is like got the uptone to it, so you got to really fuck. And hand fuck. Yeah, so similar, you can say like tôi hand fuck, ban hand fuck. Yeah, tôi hand fuck ở Việt Nam. I'm happy in Vietnam. Good luck. Hopefully a few of those words will do you proud. Cheers.